my wonderful master. It is your slave, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I am making you this video right now as part of the final test to prove myself in order to become Nick's slave, so that I will be handed down or passed to him in a sort of honorly way, so that I may be his slave and serve him and all his wishes. So, first thing I will do is show you that I am completely naked as instructed. I really don't know how many times I'm supposed to turn, but I think I've given you a pretty good fair view of all of me. Now, I will begin answering these questions. I printed these out because my computer is too slow to read them off my computer master, so I printed them out. I hope that doesn't deduct any points from this test. I will begin answering the questions now. Alright, now here's the questions you must answer as it follows. Favorite human alive is Nick, of course. Like, who else would it be? Of course Nick's my favorite human alive. He's wonderful and he's my soulmate, so it makes it just all that much more special. Okay. The page. Question 2. The biggest moment you ever had was when Nick said he worshipped me. I mean, of course, meeting Nick, but like on that site, but when he said he worshipped me was the biggest moment of my life. I just felt like, oh my God, he really, really worships me. I have this wonderful, amazing man, and he worships me. Out of all the women in the world, me. And I just felt so blessed and humbled and overwhelmed by that moment that I just cried, and it was tears of joy, tears of pure happiness and joy and excitement and overwhelmment. But God, that was the best moment of my entire life. And that's a moment I'll never forget. Which is actually kind of funny because earlier that day, we were having an argument, and then that night, everything just changed. And it changed for the better, and it was just amazing. Question 3. 3 top fears you have are losing Nick. That would be number 1. That is my number 1 fear. I can't even think about it, because just thinking about it makes me want to cry, sir, because I just worship him that much and I can't lose him. And 2 would be Nick changing in any way, meaning personality-wise, or how he treats me. And then the 3rd would be losing my mom, because the 2 people that I love most in this world, I worship Nick, but I love my mom, and so losing the both of them would be my worst fears. And Nick changing into something that he's not, or changing from who he is. 4. What 2 codes do you have to learn that have to do with a form of BDSM? Only hint give you is MC and DGC. Yes, I use the code at the end just to give you an abbreviation. So I know what it is, sir. Well, of course, it's the master code, and then the other is the daddy dom code. See, I use my brain with that. And I could be a little smart sometimes. Question 5. Who gives you the most attention out of everyone you have ever met in your entire life? Again, Nick. He gives me more attention than anyone in my entire life because every single day he gets online, he checks if I send him a message, he sends me post after post after post, and at times it's a little overwhelming at times, but then I realize I take it as he worships me and he's giving me this attention. He can't physically hold me right now, he can't physically kiss me right now, but he sends his spirit out to me and in different forms. Sometimes I can see his shadow, sometimes I can see him in the mirror, but at least I know he's always there with me. And he's always giving me constant love and constant attention, and it's so appreciated. So, yes, it's definitely Nick. So, 6. Who are you most sexually attracted to? Again, Nick. Is it wrong to say that I think that he's the most sexiest man alive? I think that he's sexy, I think he's adorable, and I think he's sexy in an adorable way. He has many different ways of being sexy, and he just kind of drives me crazy sometimes. Crazy in a good way. Crazy like, I crave you, like I just want to jump on you, and like, you know, kiss you all up, and sort of just like attack you in the good sort of sense, where to give you lots of affection and stuff like that. So, definitely Nick, because he turns me on like nobody else does. He makes me feel feelings that I can't quite explain. Well, I mean, it can be explained, it's called arousal, but I know that, I think it's a deeper arousal. He arouses my spirit and my heart and my soul and my body, and he just completes that arousal, and it makes it not just the body, but just sort of all of it, and it goes even deeper. 7. Yes or no question. Is it true you are a loyalist to your very core, like Nick always says you are? True. I am very loyal, just like Nick is. Guys do hit on me, but I ignore them. I block them on Facebook. Sometimes I tell them off. But I just like to be like, I'm taken, so, and I'm happy in my relationship. I am blissful, and so I adore my man. I worship my man, and it would kill me to ever hurt him by cheating, or even by thinking of cheating. And who the hell is even worth cheating? Seriously, you got an awesome, or I got an awesome, wonderful, brilliant man. Why the heck would I cheat on him? Seriously. So yes sir, very true. I am complete loyalist to the core, which I've even told Nick, and I truly mean it, that if something would happen that he would pass away, God forbid that happen, if he would pass away, I would rather become a widow rather than remarry or betray my vows to him or betray him in any way. That's just not me. That's not something I would do. So, yes sir, I am a loyalist, a true loyalist. 8. Do you ever fart? Yes, not very often, sir. I'm more of a burper, like after I eat or drink soda, which I know I'm going to stop drinking soda. Nick told me to ASAP, so I have. But usually it's after I drink, like, carbonated beverages where I burped. But, as for farting, maybe every now and then, but they don't stink. They're quiet and they don't stink. So if that's embarrassing, but that's yeah. I think everyone on the planet does. 9. Ever since your first humiliation video, do you ever feel that it is harder to humiliate yourself now than it was before, since you might not have it bother you like you used to, or maybe like even now? I think after I did that whole video with the dumping stuff on me, that was humiliating enough. So I am okay with anything now. So I am completely okay with being humiliated now. I am like, it's fine, I'm okay. Still have got ketchup on my face, you know? It doesn't matter. Because as silly as I might look to other people, at least I know that Nick still loves me and worships me, even though I'm covered in whatever kind of sauce or whatever he wants to do to me. I know that he said that he would probably humiliate me in the future as punishment. But if it's just for fun, then it doesn't bother me anymore, sir. Let me make sure that this doesn't go up. Okay. Sorry. 10. How healthy are your legs? Meaning if they are good enough condition to run, or can you only walk is what I mean. My legs are, I can't run. I'll be honest with you. Since I've been in the chair for quite some time, my legs are not strong enough to run. I can maybe jog. But as far as running, no sir. I'm not even a good walker, sir. I am very off balance. At times I may wobble. So, you know, a horrible dancer. But my legs are medium strong. They're not so weak that I need help up, but they're not so strong that I'm like, I'm a skilled runner and walker. So, I think medium strength, sir. 11. What part of Question 11. What part of BDSM are you most scared of? Which would be the part you would be willing to do, but would take the longest to adapt to? I would definitely say fisting, sir. I'm not sure if Nick really wants to do that. It scares me to death, because I mean, something that is like that big going inside me. I'm not okay with that. I would beg him if we please wouldn't have to do that, sir. But as far as besides fisting, we might need to talk about that, him and me, but besides that, probably constraints, as far as like body constraints, like the whole full body constraints, or like the shiny leather bodysuits, and those headgear, and spankings, like really hard spankings with a belt. Those would be, those would be hard for me to adapt to, but I'm willing to try, sir, as best I can. 12. What would be your 3 biggest turn-ons that are rough? Slamming me up against the wall, because I've always found that really sexy, and it's kind of a turn-on for me. So like, I mean, even if it's really rough, like slamming me up against the wall, and then kissing me, or putting my hands above the wall, and then slamming me up against one, or pushing me on a bed, pushing me on the floor, spanking me on my ass until I beg for it. So yeah, it's sort of like rough manhandle sort of play. 13. Is it true that you are scared of only when Nick is pissed? True. Yes. I am scared of him when he is pissed because I'm scared of upsetting him to the point where he leaves me or gets so mad that he takes a step back from worshiping me. Or in general, I just don't want to piss him off because I love him. I worship him too much to piss him off. So yeah, it's true. I'm scared of him. He's in that. He freaks me out when he's in that mindset of being pissed. 14. Gypsy, with as much as you have heard of Nick mentioning you may get raped by him, as much as he has said it is most likely going to happen, do you believe if it does happen as often as he told you, it would, which would be either when you piss him off or he just wants to manhandle you, that you believe you would never fear rape again, instead enjoy it? By you never fearing it again, wouldn't even fear it if someone else raped you. If someone else did it because you were so used to it by him, while with others you would only worry about him killing you, not raping you. I can get used to raping. In front of people, yeah, I can get used to it, sir. If he does it as often as he says, then yes, sir, I would get used to it. 15. You have said before that you were always on Nick's side, so if it ever came to choosing sides in an end of the world scenario, which, good God, end of the world, that would be horrible. Back to the question. You would choose staying by him the entire time, even if that meant you both weren't going to survive. Of course, Master. Of course I'd stay by him the entire time. If it's the end of the world, I want to stay by him and I want to die with him, because there is no place on earth that I'd ever rather be than be with my soulmate. And if it's going to be the end of the world, then let us die together. Let us die soulmates and let us go into our next life together with love and with each other. That's the way I take it, sir. I'm sorry I'm a bit emotional. Some of these questions are a bit emotional. Number 16. How do you feel about your chess goal Nick has set for you of C36? I hope to get that big. I think I'm doing a fair job right now. They are a full B cup, so thanks to breast actives, I've got a full B cup, but they're not as big as the C36. So I am still trying to work up to my goal. I have to do some exercises like this. Supposedly that makes big breast. So I am still working on that, and I feel like I'll feel like a lot more confident. I'll be able to fill out more dresses. I'll make him happy. You know, it's all about making him happy, and that's how I truly feel, sir. Number 17. Would you try to drink what Nick drinks just to make him worship you more? Or would you just do it because you already worship him as it is? I would drink what he drinks because I already worship him as it is, sir. So basically I'll eat what he eats, drink what he drinks. I know that there are certain things that I'll have to get used to, like tomatoes. Like I gag on tomatoes, sir. But I promised him that I would do my best to expand my food vocabulary, as I like to call it. And as far as drinks go, I know that he likes to drink certain special drinks from, I think it was Woodman's that he was saying, that he likes their drinks, that is an apple something. I forgot offhand. But it was a special drink he had, and it was rare, and I know he liked that, so I'm looking forward to trying that with him. So, yes sir, I would drink what he drinks because I already worship him as it is. 18. Do you feel challenged with how the first test went, which was your humiliation test, or did you not feel like it was a challenge at all? It was a challenge, sir. It was a challenge to get over how embarrassing it looked, how humiliating it was. It was a challenge to get all the ingredients, even though I couldn't have gotten all the ingredients. I tried, and that's what was taking me so darn long, is because I didn't have all the ingredients. All this gum, which I will never be able to smell peanut butter the same way again. Peanut butter kind of makes me gag now ever since that test, but I'm sure I'll get over it in time. But yes, sir, it was a challenge, but if it ever happened again, I bet I would conquer it like I did it the first time, sir. Because yes, I did it! Yeah! Alright, number 19. Do you feel after being humiliated the way I did make you humiliate yourself, you feel as if you knew more about yourself, and as if did it ever give you the knowledge to know if you are turned on by being humiliated? Maybe a little bit, as far as pouring chocolate on me. That was a turn on. Whipped cream, turn on. Peanut butter, if I had Nick licking it off of me, it would be a turn on. So, sometimes it is a turn on depending on what it is, sir. But I do feel like after that first test, it is more easier to humiliate myself, and it would be like a turn on now. So yes, sir, I do believe that it is more easier now, and it does turn me on more than it did before. Number 20. What is the biggest fear that is going through your brain right now? Not passing this test, sir. That's pure honesty, not passing this test. I feel like I am a little bit nervous, and being on my knees kind of hurts for this long, but I'm afraid that I don't make it long enough to please you. I'm afraid that I don't pass this test, sir. I'm afraid that I don't become Nick's slave, sir. Okay, I'm alright. Confident. But I can make it. I can. Because I'm doing everything that is instructed on this paper, sir. So, that is my biggest fear, sir. 21. What are your top 5 turn-ons that are sensual? Kissing, hugging even, having someone rub my palm of my hand like this. That's really sexy to me, and sensual. Neck kissing. Think about it for a little while. So I got kissing, palm rubbing, hugging, kissing my neck, and the 5th one would be touching my, believe it or not, touching my belly button, like right here. That's actually really sensual to me. So those are my top 5 turn-ons that are sensual, sir. Question 22. If you had to give a percentage of how well Nick knows you, what would it be? How much would it be? 99%, but he knows me even better than I know myself sometimes, sir, so 100%. Because, well, no, I'm going to say 99%, because when we're living together, we'll know more about each other's bodies, how we turn each other on, our eating habits, sleeping habits, everyday living habits, sir. So I'm going to say 99%, just because in the future we'll learn more about each other as far as living wise. But he knows me a lot, sir. He knows me sometimes better than I know myself, sir. Okay. Question 23. The last time you and Nick talked about anal, do you think he was being fair with how he said he would do it? Yes, sir. He said he would only do it if I didn't like it. Like after the first time we tried it. If I don't like it, he'll only use it for punishment or hate fucking. I don't mean to be not ladylike, but that's what he said it was called. And so I do think it is fair, sir. Yes, sir. And I will take it, and I will understand that it's for punishment. Now, if I do like it or tolerate it, we'll do it more often. So, I do think it is fair, sir. Question 24. If you were going to describe how much you worship Nick, how would you describe it descriptively? Uncontrollably, solely, completely, emotionally connected in every way, undescribable. My worship for him, it goes beyond all sense of the meaning love. That's why we don't say, I love you. We don't just say, I love you. We say, I worship you. Because there's nothing in the world that I wouldn't do for him. Sir, God, if he'd asked me to, I'd jump off a cliff. I really, really would. Because that's how much I worship him. If it would make him happy, which I know it wouldn't make him happy, but I'm saying to an extreme, to make him happy, I'd walk on broken glass. I'd walk on fire. I would do anything to make this man happy. I worship him more every day. And right now it's gotten to the point where I worship him at max. I can't worship him anymore because he's inside me. His heart is inside me, just like my heart is inside him. It doesn't belong to me. I don't belong to me anymore. He is everything that I hold dear. And if I ever lost him, I would have no reason to live. I would have absolutely no reason to carry on. Every day, we talk to each other. And every day, I get more excited. It's like, I feel like a little puppy, and I'm just like, he's here, he's here, he's here! And I feel like I'm the luckiest woman in the world to have him. I worship him beyond all words, sir. I am trying. I am really digging down deep, and I am trying to put it into words. But it is so difficult. it's like trying to explain, how do we know that air exists without seeing it? How do we know that love exists without knowing the exact chemical reactions in the brain? How do we know that light is light? You know, how do we explain these things? How do we explain how the sun rises and the sun sets? I worship him beyond describing, sir, and I am trying. The only thing I can say is I would do anything for him. I worship him beyond anything. I worship him beyond God. Please don't strike me down right now. I know that he would probably say the Lord should come first, but I have forsaken going to heaven in order to be with him in the afterlife, at his planet, on his world, in his paradise. Something that I know nothing of. I only know what I was taught as a Catholic girl, that there is a heaven, there is a hell, and you either go to one or you go to the other. But I choose to forsake going to either one and follow him wherever he may go. Sir, I worship him beyond all words, sir. Question 25. Do you truly find it adorable when Nick is stubborn most of the time? Yes, he is adorable and he's stubborn. I just want to like pinch his little cheeks and be like, you're so cute and you're stubborn. But I do find it adorable, so adorable. I love to just like kiss him and hug him right there, and you know, just give him lots of affection, just because he's so adorable to me. And even when he's a little angry, sometimes I find it adorable. And he said that he finds me adorable too when I'm angry. Isn't that something, sir? I guess it's a soulmate thing. 26. What is the thing you are most excited about that is coming up the soonest? Meeting Nick for the first time, having sex with him, giving him my virginity, having our moment, kissing him, touching him, having him infuse that unbreakable touch in me. Sir, that is what I'm looking forward to most. And I can't wait. It's like, oh my God, it's like 2 months away. I'm not panicking. I'm just like, I'm really excited. I just realized it just entered my ring. It is literally 2 months away. Okay, I'm right. From him, he would still catch you since you are aware of him being in cross country, track and fields, back when he was a teenager in high school. Yes, yes, sir. He's got like another foot on me, and he's probably like, well, I mean, he's probably like man weight, right? And so yeah, and he's super fast. So yes, sir, I do believe that he can catch me, probably in like midair too. So I fully believe that. Question 28. What is your favorite 3 foods, meaning 1 dessert, 1 breakfast, and 1 dinner dish? Dessert would be cheesecake. Love cheesecake. That's something that me and Nick have in common. Love cheesecake. Breakfast, pancakes. I know that sounds really cliche. Pancakes, really boring. But yeah, pancakes with the syrup and slathered in butter. And dinner would be gumbo. I am from the South. I'm from New Orleans. So we have gumbo, and gumbo is my favorite dinner. So yes, sir. That is my 3 favorite dishes. Or foods. 29. What are your top 5 turnoffs starting from the least to the biggest one? When a guy's like, oh, sup girl, so sexy. Arrogance. Burping without, like, saying excuse me. Butt scratching. Ew. Nose picking. And being an all-out douchebag, like calling a woman a bitch just because she's a girl. I mean, there's bitch in a good way, like, you're my bitch, you know, I mean, if it's in a relationship, that's fine. But, like, that bitch did this, and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's being ungentlemanlike, and those are my top 5 turnoffs, sir. So, biggest. What, question, the final question. 30, what are Nick's top 3 biggest pet peeves? Repeating himself. I know I've had to make him do it a couple times because I'm forgetful. But I'll try to stop doing that. 2, being taken advantage of, which I will never do. I know that he has been taken advantage of in the past by other girls, and I hope to I will never do that, because I appreciate him. I worship him way too much for that, sir. And then the other would be being rushed. I know he likes to do things the slower way. He likes to do things in his time, so I will respect that. I know if it's like end of the world apocalypse and we're like running from a big giant monster, we're gonna hit the door, but as far as like saying opening doors and stuff like that, going out to go do something, take his time. I see no point in rushing him. Okay, sir. Well, that is all of the questions, sir. Right before I do my good night, I want to do one thing. You told me to do the kegels. So I did those. So I'm going to show you my tightened holes now, which I recently shaved. In a comfy position. I can lay down. So, here's my pussy. Nice and tight. Alright, so my ass. Try to get as close up as I can. Get really in there. So now that I did that, I am on my knees there. I love, first before I do that, thank you so much for allowing me to do this video, Master. You are so kind, so generous, so loving, so protective, and so wonderful. And having you for a master has been a real pleasure. I know I haven't always been greatest slave. I've been rebellious at times. I truly am sorry for that, but I want you to know that I do honestly love and adore you, sir. And I am grateful for everything you have taught me. Everything. And I will miss you. I'm gonna get all emotional. I love, adore, and I was about to say these things I told Nick, but I caught myself. I love and adore you, my amazing master. Good night, my wonderful, kind, generous master. I'll give you extra kisses. And one more time, just because of how much I love and adore you, my sweet master. I love and adore you, my amazing, kind master. Good night, my wonderful master, whom I love so much and adore so much. Hi, my wonderful King Charming. Happy Valentine's Day. This is a surprise. You